today's class will be all level, of course, different modifications, or maybe not super advanced postures, but postures if you want to advance certain ones. Well, I'll definitely have options for that as well. Let's go ahead and we'll get started. So let's just sit. And let's start our breathing. So let's just do a normal breathing right now. So we're just going to quiet the mind. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and just letting go, releasing any tension you may be feeling. Again, in through the nose, out through the mouth, let it go. One more time, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. The remainder of class, breath will be done in and out the nose with your what is called Ujjayi breath. No stress if you can't catch on. The breath is done in and out through the nose, and the sound passes over the vocal cords, so you kind of get that Darth Vader sound. So if you think you breathe in, and when you exhale, if you try to exhale, and like you're fogging up a mirror with that open mouth, try to close your mouth as you exhale, and you might be able to find that sound. But like I said, no stress if you can't get it. It's not worth the pain right now. So let's try a couple times. In and out through the nose. Out. Again, in. Out. One more time, in. Out. Let's come into child's pose. So if you come to all fours, hips come back to the feet, and just rest down for a moment. Let the spine feel supported by the legs, the tops of the thighs. Trying to find that deep breath again in this position. One more time. Up to all fours. Cat-cows to warm up the spine. I always love to do cat-cows. So we inhale, arch, gently squeeze the shoulder blades back. Exhale as you round, tucking under, gazing towards the belly. Inhale and take your time through these movements. Exhale, tuck and round. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Find neutral in the spine, so I'm not overly arched and I'm not super rounded either. I'm going to curl my toes, and we'll take our first downward facing dog. So pick those hips up, send them back. And keep a nice soft bend in the knees because we're still in the middle of a warm-up. Find that deep breath. And let's be mindful of the elbows in this position. If you're feeling tired or weak, the elbows like to bend and they flare to the sides, which compromises your shoulders. So try to lock out the elbows and squeeze the elbows towards one another. One more breath. Inhale, walk it up, feet in between the hands, toes together. Find your halfway position, and now exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Exhale, hands in prayer at your heart center. And again, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, take it back. First plank. So just a straight arm plank, holding for a moment. knees release. We have an easy shift forward. Squeeze the elbows in towards one another. Gently lower your body down. It's kind of like a negative push-up. Inhale, now press into your hands. Lift your torso up. Back bending hare cobra. And next, exhale, curl the toes, send the hips back for down dog. Settling in 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look forward. Just gently walk the feet up in between the hands. Take a big inhale, halfway, hands at the shin or mat. Exhale, forward fold, soft or straight knees. Inhale, stand up, reach the arms up. And now we're going to lift the left knee up, knee raise. Full breath in, out. Release the foot, hands in prayer. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, send the legs back. Quick plank, knees down. Little shift forward. Hug the elbows in and release down. Inhale, push into the hands high as you'd like to take the cobra. No pressure in that low back. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Step it up. Inhale, find your halfway up position. Exhale, fold. Inhale, standing up, reach up. And now we go into the right side. So the right knee lifts. Big breath in. Out. Everything releases, hands in prayer. Let's clasp the hands behind. Inhale, puff up the chest. Exhale, forward fold with your hands still clasped. Go ahead, release, find your halfway up position. Exhale, forward fold. Let's step it back to your plank. Release the knees. Little shift forward, gently control your body down. Inhale, up cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps in between the hands. Come up for a high lunge. Hands can stay at the thighs or you can reach up. Big inhale. Exhale, back down to your plank. Knees release. Again, little shift forward. Control your body down. Inhale, up, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, inhale, left foot forward. Keep breathing as you come up. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Knees release. Easy shift forward all the way down. Inhale, come up. Back bend, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Settling in, 5 breaths. 1, 2, don't forget about the elbows, they don't flare. 3, 4, and 5. Let's look forward, step it forward, big toes together, inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, standing up, reach up. Exhale, arms back down next to your side. We have one more round. Clasp. Inhale. Chest lifts. Exhale, forward fold. Softer, straight knees. Release the hands. Find your halfway up position. Exhale, back down, step it back to plank. Plank, plank, plank. Knees release. Little shift forward, control the rest of the way. Inhale, up, find your back bend, your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we'll go to that lunge again. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, up, lift. Exhale, plank. Send it back. Keep breathing, knees release. Little shift, control down. Next inhale, up for cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, balance. Inhale, come up. Exhale, back down. Plank. Knees release. Little shift. Control it down. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Down dog. 5 breaths again. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Look forward. Step it up. Take a big inhale here. Halfway at position. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale. Standing up. Reach up. Exhale. Hands in prayer this time. At your chest. Settling in for a moment. Feel the energy going throughout the body. So we're going to add on to all of that lunging. But don't worry, we don't have to go through the plank up dog, down dog. So I'm going to take a big step back with my left foot to land my body in a high lunge. So first, lift that left knee up for me. Just like we did in the beginning. Hands can even stay at your waist. Get your balance. And now we'll send this leg back into a high lunge. Control. Back. Good. Balance here. Let's do 3 breaths. You can even reach the arms up. 1. 2. And 3. Hands can come down to your waist. So now my left toes, they turn out. That leg stays straight. Double check that your right heel lines up with your back arch. And you can even come wider if you feel like you have the space. Because we're coming into a warrior 2, so that one can get pretty deep. Watch that front knee, it likes to pop in. So encourage that knee to rotate out. Arms float up nice and easy. 3 breaths. 1. 2. 3. Straighten up. Just because that leg's cramping, right? So now we got a really wide base triangle. So my left hip cuts back as I reach forward, and now down, maybe to the shin or the ankle, maybe even fingertips to the ground. Opposite arm floated up. 3 breaths. 1. 2. 3. Balance challenge now. Bend into that bottom leg. If this feels too intense, especially with the bottom arm, take the forearm to the top of that thigh. Left arm can stay extended, or you can continue the arm up overhead, look up. Pinky finger faces down. 3 breaths. 1. 2. 3. Left hand to the waist, right hand. So here's where the balance challenge comes. We're attempting half moon. So most of us might want to keep a bend in that front knee. So I'm going to take my right hand to the mat, and I'm going to kind of hop in that back left leg. So my right hand, I'm going to walk it a little bit more forward because we're going to put all the weight into this right leg. So with the soft knee, try to lift the leg. Maybe you can straighten that right knee. No pressure if it doesn't straighten. Try to open the chest up. Flex that top foot. One more breath. And now that back foot, bring it back down, land it, wide stance, come up, back in that warrior two. I'm going to turn the back toes forward. We're back in that high lunge. Let's go ahead and bring that leg all the way back up to meet the right. So your one side of your body might be cramping, the butt and the hip, because all that work is done on the one side. So now we get to go into the other side. So now the right knee will come up. Pause, hands at the waist. So now we take the leg back for that high lunge. Send it back, arms can lift, 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Hands back to the waist. Let's set up that back leg. Toes turn out, and like I said, you can come wider if you'd like. Front heel lines up through the back arch. Watch out for that front knee, that it doesn't pop in. It turns out. Arms float up. 1, 2, and 3. Let's straighten the leg. Give it a quick break for our wide triangle. So the right hip cuts back as I reach forward and down. Opposite arm floats up. 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Bend back into the bottom knee. You have the option to take the forearm to the top of the thigh, or the fingertips can stay on the mat as you reach up. Maybe even the top arm comes all the way over. Pinky finger will lead to face down now. So thumb rotates more to face up, just for the sake of your shoulder. One more deep breath. And now we take that top hand to the waist. And here's where we prep for that balance called half moon. So now my left hand comes forward. I'm going to start to hop in my back leg. And again, you can keep a little bend into that left knee till you get your balance. I'm going to walk my hand a little bit more forward. Start to put weight into that left leg. Right leg floats up. If you'd like to straighten it, you can. Keep the torso turning out. One more deep breath. Good. I land that foot with control. Maybe, maybe not. And now we'll turn it back to face the front. We're back into that high lunge. So this time, hands come down. Step the left foot back. Plank. Knees come down. Little shift forward. Control the body down. Inhale up, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now let's pause here in this down dog. 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Look forward. Step the feet up. Halfway up, please. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Exhale, arms at your waist. So we're going to add on to that lifted knee raise, and I'm actually going to turn and face you so you can see. So I'm going to mirror you. So let's ground the left foot, tiptoes of your right leg. So I'm going to lift that right knee up, what we've been doing this whole time. And I'm going to rotate this leg out to the side for a little hip rotation. Out, out, out. If you want more support, hand cradles that kneecap. Watch that hip, that it doesn't go out to the side. You have to push the hip forward. And when you do that, that leg comes up. So we're not dipping the hip. Back to the center. Straighten the leg out. Point the toes. No hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, release. Ah, yes, feels so good. Going into that other side now. So I'm going to ground my right leg up on the toes of the left. Let's lift that knee. Get your balance. And again, you can have support for that kneecap. Rotate it out. back to the center. Extend the leg, point the foot. No hands, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. So if that makes the top of your legs cramp, good, that's the idea. So you're getting a lot of work in your quadricep muscles and your hip flexors. So as much as y'all probably don't want to do it, we gotta flow to keep the blood flowing. So we're gonna flow. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plank. So we're gonna pause in this plank now. If plank bothers your wrists, come down to the forearms and take a forearm plank position. So that's your modification. Otherwise, you can stay with the straight arm. I'm gonna show the forearm position just so we all have an idea. Let's do 2 more deep breaths. 1 more. Good, knees come down. Hip shift back, easy child's pose. And just pause here, close the eyes, couple deep breaths. Breathe, breathe, breathe. So your option will be to take either plank, the forearm or the straight arm, or we're going to go back and forth from those 2 positions. So I'll show you if you want to watch for a second. So let's say I start out on forearm. I'm going to come up, regular plank, walk it back down, forearm plank, okay? And so on and so forth. I'm trying to save my energy so I can do this with y'all. So keep in mind what plank it is you're going to do, or if you want to skip the whole walking out and just hold your plank position. So there's always that option. So let's pick our plank. I'm going to come to straight arm. Your option is to hold or walk it down to a forearm position. Walk it back up, back down. And you got to remember to alternate sides. Otherwise, you lower and come up on the same side. So much to remember. When all else fails, just breathe. Breathe with me. Just keep going. Almost there. Last time, come up, or wherever it is you ended up. Knees come down, hips back, easy child's pose. And let's stretch the arms in front. Come on the fingertips, and it's just a really light shoulder activation. A real easy shoulder stretch. So up to all fours and scooch towards the back of your mat so my toes are right with the edge of the back of my mat. And we're going to come into a posture called puppy pose. This will get in the shoulders and the upper back. So if you're from all fours, you're going to walk, 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 walk. Elbows need to stay locked out. So I'm going to aim my forehead to the mat. Arms walk out as much as they can. Or for those who are a little bit more flexible, chest and chin melt down. Looking towards the hands for 3. For 2. And 1. Gently come back up. Walk the hands back, 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 back. Easy child's pose. Again, arms extended up on the fingertips. And up to all fours. Take a plank. That's right, we have to flow. Knees come down. Little shift. Control the body down. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Knees come down. I'm going to extend my left leg back. And I'm going to turn my toes out. And this is going to be kind of like a side stretch variation. My left arm floats up. Look up if you don't get too dizzy. Otherwise, you can look straight ahead or even down. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Good. Hands come down. Plank.
And this time we'll go right into the other side. I don't want to torture you anymore. So release the left leg, right leg back, toes turn out, right arm floats up. Looking up or down at the mat. 2 more breaths. Last one. Hands back down, plank. Knees release, little shift forward. Control it down. Pausing here at the bottom for a moment. Bend the knees, windshield wiper the legs. Just taking a moment to breathe. Legs back. So hands next to your chest. Inhale up cobra. Exhale down dog. Knees come down. So from standing on the knees, I'm going to send my left leg forward. Forward, forward, forward. Straighten it, flex the foot. So this is half split. Sounds worse than it is. It's just a forward fold. So if you are super tight, hands can stay at the thigh. Maybe even one hand taps down and you can be on your fingertips. If the floor is super, super far, you can add a little bit of bend to that knee if you'd like, or if you have a block or books you would like to use to kind of prop your hands up, you can. Otherwise, fingertips come down. Remember, knee straight, foot flexed up. Big inhale. Exhale, easy fold. Soften that knee a bit to come up. So we're going to do a variation of the side stretch pose that we just did. So this time my right shin turns back. So my left leg is still out. I've just turned my body around. So now my right toes are behind me. So this time we're going to stretch to the leg and the toes stay facing forward. So my left hand rests down, right arm inhale up, exhale, easy side stretch. And again, you can look up or down, just depending what feels good on the neck. 2 more breaths in, out. 1 more in, out. Good, inhale back, up. Back to facing the front, send that leg back, plank, knees release, easy shift, control down. Inhale up, cobra, press into the hands. Exhale, down dog. Knees come down. Standing up on the knees, it's the right leg that comes forward for that hamstring stretch. Your half split, straight knee, toes face up. Big inhale. Exhale, fold. And again, find something. If you're by a wall, you can even have your hand up on the wall. Now looking for how far down you go, as long as you just feel the stretch in the back of the leg. One more deep, deep breath. Good. So we come up, and now my left shin goes behind. And again, the right leg is still forward. That leg didn't change. It's just the opposite leg of that shin. Right hand to the thigh. Opposite arm up, inhale. Exhale, folding. Breathe. One more breath. Good. Come back up. We'll fix that back shin. Hands down. Send it back to a plank. Pausing here. 3 breaths. 1. Take a forearm position if you need it. 2. And 3. Knees down. Easy shift. Control it down. Inhale. Press into the hands to find your back. Bend your cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Knees come down. back into that child's pose. Arms straight, up onto the fingertips. So you get that little bit of a stretch. Keep holding, keep holding. Keep breathing. Pardon me, I have to keep checking to make sure this video doesn't cut out on me. So let's come up onto the backs and we'll take an easy bridge. So my knees are bent, they're hip width, fingertips down. So from here, let's just push into the feet to lift the hips up. 1, 2, and 3. Gently untuck, back down, hug the knees in. You can rock side to side if you like. Don't worry, we'll add on to that. And again, feet come down, hip width, knees track forward. So now we're going to take a leg away. Of course, it's all about balance. So arms down, come up. Start to squeeze the shoulder blades underneath you towards each other. Get a little bit of height for that neck. So really put a lot of weight into the right leg. Lift the left leg forward. Bring it back down. Put all the weight in the left leg now. Right leg forward. Back down. All the weight in the right leg. Maybe your left leg lifts higher. No pressure, no stress. Back down. All the weight in the left leg. Lift the right leg up. Back down. Pausing here. Both feet feel grounded, feel flat, and gently roll it back down. Hug it in. Those are always fun. Feet back down. So we have our last bridge. So the hands, if your kneecaps will allow, because it's a really deep bend in the knees, the feet come as close as you can to your hips, and you can reach for the ankles, and you'll come up into the bridge. If you can't make contact, you'll just repeat what we did. We're not extending any legs, so it's just going to be the same bridge with both feet flat. So I'm going to grab my ankles, press it up, roll my shoulders under. Take a squeezing the knees gently towards each other because they really want to roll away, so you have to be mindful of that. One more deep breath. Gently release and unroll. Hug it in. Rock side to side. Let's go into a happy baby to make sure we get the inner thighs and a little bit of the hips. Knees come up. Flex your feet. Bottom of the feet now face up. You can grab under the thighs to gently encourage the knees down to the mat, or you can reach to the inside and grab the arch of that foot. And again, encourage gently. I hate to even use the word pulling. Guide the knees down to the floor. Give me 2 more breaths. One more. Gently release. And we hug it in. Rock. Big fan of rocking. And we're going to do that one more time, but we're going to rock with the happy baby. So again, pick your position. If you can't reach for the feet, hands under the thighs. Otherwise, hands to the bottoms of the arches. Settle in for a moment. And now we rock side to side. I have my wall stopping me. I'm too close to the wall. But I do love this position. I love rocking back and forth. It's kind of like a little mini massage on the spine. And release. Knees together. Feet to the mat. And now extend your legs out towards each corner of your mat. Arms next to you, palms face up. So we've made it to our final pose, our Shavasana. So we're going to close the eyes, relax. So you don't have to worry about that deep, deep breathing right now. We're just going to soften everything. Soften your face. We hold a lot of tension in our jaw. If you're clenching, you may notice now. So unclench your jaw. Soft neck. Soft arms, fingertips. Heartbeat starts to lower a bit more. Soft belly. Soft hips. Thighs, knees, calves, feet. Just feel your body being supported by your mat, by the ground beneath you. Soft breath. Letting whatever thoughts may come into your mind just to pass through. Letting any noise that you hear pass through. Start to wiggle the fingers and toes. Bringing movement back into the body. Blink open the eyes if you haven't already. And roll onto your side for a moment. Pause. Again, feeling the ground beneath you, the support. Push your body up. Join me in a cross-legged seated position. My fingertips come to the mat, walk them forward a bit. Couple of lion's breath, awakening breath. You inhale through the nose and you exhale out through the mouth. Really extend that tongue out. So you breathe in. Exhale. Again in. Exhale. Last time in. Exhale. Walk it back up. Do a little bit of gentle neck circles, just half circles. You don't have to dump the neck all the way back. Just ensuring we've released tension from the body. Bring your neck back up. Hands in prayer. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Sigh, let it out. One more time. Inhale in. Exhale, release. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.